What's up, you guys? It's Monday, busy Monday with shipping as usual. In this video, I'm going to share with you guys 5 items that are great to sell on eBay for good money. And then I want to discuss what I think is a great plan for me to finally become a 6-figure seller and do over $100,000 in sales over the next 12 months. Okay, so the first item I'm going to share with you guys that sold is this here Oriental chess set. This item sold for $50 plus about $15 shipping. I was able to pick it up from a yard sale for $5. It had 2 pieces missing and it took about 2 to 3 months to sell. Overall, a great profit, the type of 10x deals that I love to sell. When I first found this item, looking at the eBay comps, it didn't feel like a guaranteed sell for me, and I originally had it listed at $75 or best offer. It just sold today for $50 plus shipping, so be on the lookout for unique items like this. And even if you don't have good comps, and it might not be a quick seller, but if you wait for the right buyer, you can usually get some decent money for a unique item like this. The next item I'm going to share with you guys is a Bose Cinemate 2 subwoofer. I actually sold 2 of these pieces this week. One of them sold on eBay for a local pickup of $55. The buyer came in, he wanted to test it. I allowed him to do so. Don't have to do that, but I let him do so. He had his mask on, I had my mask on. And the other one sold for $69.95 plus $30 shipping, FedEx ground, going from California to Texas. Buyer paid shipping $30, and it's a pretty big box, which is actually this box right here. The next item I'm going to share with you guys that sold is an IO Gear dual view switch. This item took about a month and a half, I'll say 6 weeks to sell. I got $120 for this item with free shipping, which cost me about $10 to send out. I purchased this item in a lot of items that I got from another reseller, but this reseller only sells on Craigslist and is willing to work with me as another reseller and gives me some room to make a little bit of profit when I buy things from him in bulk. So be on the lookout for IO Gear stuff. Look up the comps. These dual view things are worth usually a good amount of money. I've sold another one for $75 before plus shipping. These things are used so that you can have one display on several different computer monitors. So if it's a dual view, you can hook up 2 computer monitors to the same system using this IO Gear device. That's what it's for, just in case anybody wanted to know. The next item I'm going to share with you guys is actually an item that I picked up for free. It's a 2006 Ford Mustang owner's manual. I found this item for free on OfferUp, where a couple was getting rid of a lot of stuff and they were just putting stuff out on the curb. I went and took a look. This is one of the items that I searched on my phone and saw that it was lucrative to sell on eBay. Picked this item up. I also found a ring that day that I got listed for $300, believe it or not, but that hasn't sold yet. I digress. Back to this owner's manual. Be on the lookout for owner's manuals. Okay, maybe not all of them are worth $40, but for me to go from free to $40 on a car owner's manual is a very great sale that I think everybody should be aware of and not just pass over. Something like this is very inconspicuous, and maybe some of them are even worth more than this. So put these on your radar. When you see them, pick them up, check them out, see if it's worth your time. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to share with you guys is a pair of Bose Cinemate speakers. This goes along with the same set as the subwoofers that I shared with you guys a little bit earlier in the video. I sold 2 of those this week. I showed you guys other parts of this set that I sold last week on my last video. So be on the lookout for bows. Always consider how much you could get for it when you part it out separately. Do not always be so quick to sell it as a complete set, especially if maybe you're getting it for so cheap because maybe one of the subwoofers went out and they're like, the subwoofer doesn't work, so you could have it for $5 or $10, right? Take that because you could sell every little part on that thing, and they're usually going for $20, $30, $40, $50 and or more, and coming with several parts. So always keep stuff like this in mind, please. And comment down below if you have parted something out where you were able to get more money for it, parting it out, than if you would have sold it all as one unit. I'd also like to say thank you to one of my personal friends and subscribers, Chantel. We met not too long ago, both sourcing inventory in Goodwills. She blessed me with about 40 PlayStation games and a PlayStation 2, mostly PlayStation 2 games, a few Xbox 360 games, I think like one or two PlayStation 4 games. I really appreciate that. I listed 36 of them, only 4 of them didn't work. And there's actually about 7 of those games going out today. So thank you very much, Chantel. I hope your business continues to thrive. And I also hope to run into you again soon out at estate sales, yard sales, thrift stores when everything gets open back up. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, so if you're new to the channel, I've been reselling for about a year and a half. And for the majority of the time, getting my items listed, you see my death pile behind me, getting my items listed had always been such a struggle. Sometimes I would skip days or go several days without listing anything on eBay, which really hurts your business, by the way. If you don't know, listing is one of the most important things to keep your sales up and have good exposure, meaning a lot of customers actually seeing the items you have for sale on eBay, getting boosts in search ranks and all that kind of stuff. Listing is extremely important, but listing is hard and mundane and tough, and most resellers do not like to list. It's hard. For me, it had always been tough to be able to get 10 items listed a day, but I recently started tracking my listing, you guys. I use a little whiteboard like this, and it's basically a calendar, and it allows me to keep track of day by day how many items did I list. So a few months ago I started doing this, I believe in March, and I set the goal to list 10 items a day. And when I started doing this and I started keeping track of it and sharing it with my associates and other resellers on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram page, I found that it really helped keep me accountable to listing. And then in addition to that, the consistency of listings really has boosted my sales over the past few months. This has really helped me out. After a while of doing the 10 items a day, I realized that there was a flaw in setting my goal this way, and it was the fact that it made me want to go after things that were easy to list so that I could be done with it very quickly. It would usually only take me an hour or 2 hours to accomplish my 10 listings per day goal, and I would be done living the good life, right? But I would say after about 6 weeks of doing that, I finally said no more, and I said, okay, I realized that sometimes I would get my 10 items listed today in one day, and it might only be worth $100 or less, or maybe $150 or $200 or something like that. But I decided that I wanted to give myself an incentive to list my higher dollar items that might require testing, that might, take me an hour to test one item, but that one item might be worth $150 or something like that. So I said I'm going to list 10 items a day or $350 gross worth of inventory, not including shipping, unless I put free shipping on the listing. So After I did that, I noticed sometime I was getting a lot more of my higher dollar items out of my dev pile. And I noticed that I would be finishing faster a lot of times by doing this too, pulling stuff out of the dev pile that I really didn't want to deal with, which a lot of the times didn't end up being as bad as I thought it would be to get it listed. Who knows why we do that to ourselves and procrastinate, but that was also a great incentive. And now I've gotten to the point where I've changed that to no number, like no numerical number, no 10 a day, no 5 a day, no 20 a day. My goal is $500 of gross value listed per day, which, if you add it up, should equal over $100,000 in sales, actually not in sales, in listed inventory per year, not including Saturdays and Sundays. So by listing $500 a day, Monday through Friday, I'm going to be listing over $100,000 a year onto my eBay store. And actually, it's not only for eBay, because I do list on other platforms, and not everything that I will want to list on like OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, some big bulkier item, I don't always list it on eBay as well. So now my question is, if I'm continuously listing $500 a day, would I and should I expect my average amount of sales to eventually average out to be $500 a day? Not including Saturdays and Sundays, I guess. If it did include Saturday and Sunday, that would be great. But it's $3,500 a week is what I would rather say, okay? $3,500 a week. I really have it in my heart to become a six-figure seller. Please, if you will, give me any tips or advice you can offer. And also, I would love for anybody to join me in this, being accountable and setting a goal for how much you want to list a day. If you want to start off with a number like 1 item a day, if you're new maybe, or 5 items a day if you're not full time, or something like that. Or maybe you want to do a dollar amount like myself, you know, 200-300 a week, 500 a week, 1,000 a week, wherever you're at. You know, maybe you want to go for 5,000 a week. And if you're that type of person, please definitely comment down below that you're going after 5,000 a week, because I want to join you on that. So with that being said, you guys, thank you for checking in with me on my channel. I hope you enjoyed the What So, and I'm going to be keeping you guys updated on how I am doing, reaching my 500 a day. So without further ado, thank you. My name is Vincent Jones Smith. I haven't said that before. It's my channel, I for Profit. I'll catch you guys in about a week, unless I drop a midweek video. Thank you very much. See you soon. Ciao.